Greetings, my name is Phil Farrand, and the first thing I should tell you about me is that I do not do reaction videos. So this will be a little rough around the corners because I just downloaded the software and watched a 5-minute tutorial and then put some stuff together, and then we're just going to be talking. The reason I wanted to do this is I had watched Raye at the Royal Albert Hall live doing Oscar-winning Tears, and then I watched a bunch of reaction videos about it. And I thought, what is going on here? And so then I did some research, and the more research I did, the more amazing the story became. And it was such an amazing story that I decided, you know what? There is no way a reaction video is ever going to find this stuff out. So I thought, I'm just going to put out a little bit video about the stuff that maybe everybody already knows, but I didn't know about. And it explains some of the really amazing moments in this video. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to watch the live at the Royal Albert Hall Raye singing Oscar-winning Tears. If you haven't seen that video yet, stop this one, go watch that one, because I'm going to be talking through this entire video and you're going to get very irritated with me if you don't see it in full force. So please go do that one first, then come back. Okay, let's get started if I can remember all the right buttons to push here. So we open up. Now I should note about at this point with the reaction videos, a lot of the reactors were very confused because they thought they were going to do a pop song, or they thought they were going to do an R&B song, or they thought maybe she was going to rap some or something. And now there's this full orchestra, and many of them were like, oh, hey, orchestra. There's an orchestra. Several of them said, this sounds like Disney. It was like, well, yes, Disney does use orchestras, but there's a whole lot of other stuff that uses orchestral music too, and we're about to be given a treat here. The other thing that got me tickled at one point is that one of the reactors said, you know, and it's really hard when these orchestras have to play music in the dark. And I thought, I don't think it's really that hard, because you can see all the music stands have lights on them. That's how they do that. Anyway, so here's the big introduction. It's really beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. The orchestration is just glorious. Lovely light work. There we go, big build. Come on, bring it up. And then back down. Building anticipation. And then the introduction.
Please give a warm heartbreak welcome to the wonderful Raye.
And she sashays out. Now, I will tell you, at this point, I was starting to get a little confused because I assumed that Raye had been brought in as a guest artist as part of whatever this orchestra was, as part of some night when they were celebrating. You usually do not see the guest artist sashay out and throw off a coat and get ready to sing that way. I mean, that's pretty flamboyant. And then we get this.
Are you fucking joking? Let's go! Oh my god!
Neither do you see an artist drop F-bombs before he or she starts to sing with an orchestra. This is unusual. This is unusual. So I was like, this is really interesting. But what's so fascinating to me about this is she's basically squealing right before she's going to sing. Now, I've sung for many years. I typically don't do that to my vocal cords right before I'm supposed to sing. But she's a professional. She's an amazing professional. So what you're going to hear next is she's going to go, and she's placing everything. She's making sure she's on pitch. She's making sure her vocal ready to go. And then she just drops in. She just nails stuff. So, boom.
Ladies and and gentlemen, I'm gonna tell you about one of the many men. Name is irrelevant, height is irrelevant. He was a 1 out of 10. I wish that I knew it then. I'm still recovering all.
And I really love the lights. I love the lights, the way they're doing this.
Let's go! Oh my God!
Watch the light cues. Boom.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna tell you about one of the many men. Name is irrelevant, height is irrelevant. He was a 1 out of 10. I wish that I knew
That
it then.
lighting, cool stuff will continue. Beautiful shot here. Tight, beautiful makeup, beautiful voice. She is on pitch. She is not lip syncing. She is not auto-tuned. Really good.
Stuck in a daze, a terrible phase. You was convincing though, very believable. The role that you played.
So now she's going into the chorus. There are double beats in the chorus, which is very cool. And what they're going to do with the lighting in the background, I mean, never mind that the orchestra's beautiful and she's singing wonderful and everything's good. Lighting. There's going to be these bump. Watch in the background. They're going to go to a wide shot. You can see the tracer lights going in the back behind her. Then they go to a medium shot on the choir. And then when they go to her, and you can see it flashing off the top of her head. It's very, very cool.
I'll take this front row seat, and
Here we go.
baby, you can go ahead, cry those Oscar winning
Lovely. Just lovely. So cool.
scream yes, baby, you can go ahead, cry those Oscar
Great choir in the back.
entities.
Yeah, see, so nice. So nice.
Oh, what a tragedy. It didn't have to be. Look how you talk to me. Cursing and blasphemy. Cinematography. Get this on camera, please. Oh, no one gonna believe this.
There comes the choir.
I thought you were the man, but you were the plan. Fuck you lying for, you crying for, you did it again.
This is a gorgeous shot. It's such a gorgeous shot. I'm sure the video editor, when he saw that shot, he was like, score! Go up to trumpet. Boom. Drag down. Adjust focus. Boom. Chaser lights again. Go for it, choir. So good. And just when you were wondering what else she could do, she gives us a little scat. Beautiful little scat. I mean, she is right in with the audience. She's controlling the whole thing.
Sit down, no tissues, no string section, no tiny violin.
Okay, I did get tickled at this part because one of the reactors said, that was amazing. He said, she just gestured and she just told the orchestra, just slow down and stop playing now because this is my part. And I thought, oh, that's probably not the way it worked. That was probably written in the music because this is a bunch of people all moving in the right direction at the same time. And the only way you can do that is everything is down on that score in front of them. There's no ad-libbing. She can ad-lib as the lead person, but everybody behind there is no ad-libbing. You are doing it right to what the score is and what you've practiced. But it's a beautiful, beautiful descent down.
9 o'clock entertainment. Oh man, I wish I could dip in. Sit down, no tissues, no string section, no tiny violin.
Beautiful.
For the last time I'm your audience, I'll take.
Now we start ramping up for the ending.
Baby,
Here we go.
And cry
It's so good. It's just so good. And then we bring it down. We do a lot of ad-libbing. Go for it, choir. Go for it. Now, watch the reaction. Watch the reaction. Right there. Look how happy she is. And then watch. Here we go. Okay. So you can get a lot out of that just by doing reactions, but what is really going on here? What's the story behind this? So I went out to ChatGPT. I started doing some investigating. Hopefully ChatGPT told me the right thing. But what we need to do is we need to go back and just really quickly look at Raye's history. All right, so early breakdown. According to ChatGPT. So in 2014, she puts out an EP, Welcome to the Winter, on SoundCloud. From what I understand, one of her friends, who is also a recording artist, heard it, got in touch with Polydor Records, and said, you should sign this gal. So she actually signs with them. Now, at the time, in 2014, 2015, she's 16, she's 17. Okay, so she's young, signs with Polydor Records. In 2016, she has a second EP, and she gets some buzz about her. And so then she starts doing collaborations. Well, Polydor Records arranges for her to start doing collaborations. She writes a lot of songs for other people. Okay, she's writing a lot of songs for other people. Some of her stuff that she writes charts, does well, etc., etc. That goes on for like 3 years. Okay, then she continues on that whole thing. By 2018, she's a respected songwriter, but behind the scenes. And so she gets writing credits with Beyonce and works with David Guetta and Jax Jones, Little Mix, Charlie XCS. They also, I've heard in other places, she wrote a song for John Legend, I think. Is it John Legend? I think it is John Legend. Rough around the edges. Anyways, but now it's like 2016. She's into 2021. It's been 5 years. She's been going to Polydor Records and she's saying, look, I have my stuff. I'm ready to do a new album. And they pat her on the head and say, no, that's okay. You just keep writing hits behind the scenes for us, because they don't have to lay out any money for any albums. She just churns them up there, churns them. They make money. They're happy. She is not happy. And she said about this part that she presented them like 100 songs. And they're like, nope, we're not ready for you to do your album yet. So finally, she goes public, I think on TikTok, and she is complaining about being shelved and not actually being allowed to be an artist. She has this huge outpouring of support. I have no idea what happened in the negotiations with Polydor, but somehow Polydor releases her from her contract. They release her from her contract. And so within just a short amount of time, she then signs with Human Resources. She has full control of her masters. She is a recognized independent artist. She has a couple of other things she releases. She begins to get global recognition. In February of 2023, she actually releases her debut album, My 21st Century Blues. And it's released to critical acclaim, Mercury Prize, shortlist, etc., etc. Does really well. Charts, etc., etc., etc. Now then, here's what's amazing. In April of 2023, she announces that she is going to put on a concert, one night only, live at the Royal Albert Hall. And it is going to have full symphony and choir and chorus. And her concept is that she's going to reimagine her whole album as a symphonic piece with chorus. Her whole album. She said at one point that they had worked on the orchestral scores for 8-10 months, which if you back time it, because she made the announcement in April that the concert would be in September 23rd, I think, 2023. So she said that's when it was going to be. Well, okay. The amazing thing about that is they had to be working on the orchestral scores before they ever put out her first album. This was always in her mind. It was always a dream. for months and months and months, she and her team, whoever they were working behind the scenes, working on this, getting ready for this night. Royal Albert Hall has over 5,200 seats in it, depending on how it's configured. She sold out the Royal Albert Hall for this one night's live performance, where she said, we are going to start at the beginning of the album and we're going to play it all the way through with symphony and chorus. And Oscar-winning Tears is actually the opening number. Now, just so that you can kind of appreciate the kind of transformation that we're talking about here, if I've got this queued up right, let's go and let's just listen to a few bars of Oscar-winning Tears from the first album, My Oscar-Winning Blues.
Hello, it's Raye here. Please get nice and comfortable and lock your phones.
Okay, so it's a completely different feel.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna tell you about one of the many men. Name is irrelevant, height is irrelevant. He was 1 out of 10. I wish that I knew it then. I'm still recovering.
Okay, so that's the song. It's a good song. You know, it's a good song. It's a good soulful song. There's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. But obviously, this is not that. And the amount of work to get from this to that is incredible. And yet they did it not only for this one song, they did it for the entire album. So that concert has been released as My 21st Century Symphony. So that happens in September of 2023. She's backed by the Heritage Orchestra and the Flames Collective Youth Choir. That live album release expands her reputation, according to ChatGPT, as a true vocal powerhouse. And you can see why. The performance is just astonishing. Performance of Oscar-winning Tear becomes a fan favorite moment. This establishes, according to ChatGPT, and I believe him, her ability to transform pop music into true cinematic orchestral scores. So, I mean, this is really a hinge point in her career, early in her career. I don't know how many more hinge points she's going to have because, frankly, the young woman is brilliant. Amazingly enough, after the concert then, we go into 2024. At the 2024 Brit Awards, she's actually nominated for 7 awards. All time, most nominations. She wins 6 of them. She wins 6 of them in a single night. Sets a record for it. She breaks the UK history for most Brit Awards won at any ceremony. Artist of the Year, Album of the Year, Song of the Year, more. Then she travels internationally. She performs at the 2025 Grammy Awards, performs Oscar-winning Tears in a Best New Artist medley. She is now recognized as one of the defining artists of the decade. Okay, it's amazing. It's amazing. And this concert of 21st Century Symphony at the Royal Albert Hall is right in the middle, and it's this hinge point of all this thing. Now that you know all of that, then what does it look like when we go back to the beginning of the opening number? So this is the very start of the concert. She's standing backstage. She has worked for months and months putting these scores together. She's got her fur coat on. She's ready to go. I'm sure she's in the background, directing music, because she does that later on the clips that have been released. She sits there and directs over in the corner. She just loves the music. The big build comes, and then it drops back off. And then the introduction.
Please give a warm heartbreak welcome to the wonderful Raye.
And here she comes. Boom.
Are you fucking joking?
Okay, so obviously she deserves that moment. That's not what you usually hear from singers at the front of an orchestra and choir, but she deserves that moment. She said she had lots and lots of people telling her, "Why are you doing this? You're spending money. This is crazy. Nobody does this." She said at one point she took an entire year's worth of pay to make this happen. And so, of course, she's excited about it. And then, of course, when we get to the end of it, and obviously she puts in a stellar performance, she nails that big note on the end. I mean, just nails it. I haven't heard any other performance that she's done of Oscar-winning Tears where she holds that note for that long and nails it like that. It's amazing. And then, of course, after it's all said and done, goes up for the big finish. Now it started, and she knows it started, and it's gonna work. And there she is, so excited. And then one final F-bomb. So I'm really looking forward to actually seeing the entire concert. They have released the next song. I should have looked it up. I did look it up. The next song is out. Just look for Raye live at the Albert Hall. You'll see it. It's just as good. It's so much fun. Congratulations, Raye. This is a spectacular, spectacular journey. Have a good day, everyone.